2008, everyone was freaking out about the housing crisis and the recession. I was 23 years old, I had a little bit of money, I was living at home, I was working double shifts in the restaurant industry, so didn't have a ton of money to invest, didn't really know a whole lot about investing back then. I knew enough, though, to know that recessions happen, they recover, markets improve. So I got out a piece of paper, which I still have. This is the original wish list. I'm going to walk you through my thinking back then as someone who didn't really know anything about the stock market, but just knew that some companies were better poised to survive. Number one is Bank of America. In my mind, in 2008 me was thinking one of the largest banks in the world. How are they not going to survive this? Starbucks. Even though people are worried in recessions and they go, well, I'm going to spend a little bit less, they spend a little bit less temporarily, and then they return. So I put Starbucks down on my list, which was $7 a share, by the way. Coach, same thing. High-end fashion, maybe people cut back on luxury purchases for a little bit, but temporarily. Up next was Club. It was just the gym I was working at. It's a penny stock. It was $2 a share. I put it down on the list just to track it, not that I actually wanted to own. It just made its way onto the list. Up next was Chipotle, which at the time was $38 a share, ended up going over $3,000 a share before their split. It was a relatively new, publicly traded, publicly available restaurant with not very many locations back then, and I felt like they would get through the recession just fine. Goldman Sachs, one of the largest banks. Home Depot seemed like a really strong choice to me back then, because if there's a recession and people are not buying or upgrading their homes, maybe they're fixing up their homes. Maybe they're buying more tools to make the stuff that they have last a little bit longer. Toyota Motors made it onto the list, and so did Honda. Honda has basically not moved at all, but Toyota has done fairly well over the last couple of decades. Toyota, because people who maybe are in the market for new cars and want a new car are going to get things that are a little bit more reliable, better fuel economy. So that's why Toyota made the list. And finally, McDonald's, because in 2008, if people were struggling to spend money on groceries, if they were cutting back on all of their spending, but they still needed some affordable food, McDonald's made the list. It was an affordable option to get food. Is it good for you? No. Is it good, high-quality food? No. That's not the point. So I don't want to hear anyone in the comments going, oh, their food is actually not good for you. Yeah, no shit, it's not good for you, but it's cheap, and if you're hungry, it's affordable, and it's basically everywhere. So that's how I made my list. If you want to know how to make your own list going forward, I just created a guide. It is 100% free. Leave a comment below saying recession guide or whatever you want. Just ask nicely and I will send it to you.